Hey guys, this is going to be the look for today. This is going to be more of a chit chat get ready with me / get to know me video, so stay tuned.
Hey, so I'm gonna just first try to get my hair a little bit out of my face, and we are going to start with the brows first. So today I'm gonna be using the Revolution, it's the Makeup Revolution brow gel, and this is in the shade medium brown. I really like their brow gel. I don't want to focus too much on brows today in this video because it's not what this video is really about, but eventually I will do a brow tutorial, and that brow tutorial will give you guys a little bit insight on how I typically do my brows. I do this when I'm not trying to do anything too crazy with my brows, because this brow gel is honestly the only brow gel that I can get a really good natural looking brow in with no types of issues. So I'll just bring that through the brow a little bit. Also, my brows are so grown out from quarantine, and I usually go to Ulta and get my brows done. I have a girl there who does them really well, and I have not been doing that because of everything that's going on. So paranoid, to be honest with you. So I've not been doing that, but it's really time. Also, I usually have to correct quite a bit. I shouldn't say quite a bit, but a good bit when I do this to my brows, because otherwise they're kind of all over the place, especially when my brows are not in the right shape that they need to be, or where I like them to be. So anyhow, I moved here when I was 10. I did not want to move here. I'm not even gonna front. I did not want to move here. I was so pissed at my parents for moving me to the beach. And I live like, when I moved down here, I lived maybe 10 minutes from the beach, if that. Maybe not that much. Really just depends on beach traffic and like what season it is. Like if it's summer, probably 15 minutes I lived from the beach, depending on the traffic. But it's really like a beach town where I live, and nobody really knows of it. Not even gonna front. I don't think anybody's gonna know where exactly that is, and that's fine. There's not too much to do there, so yeah. Moved there when I was about 10 years old. Like I said, I was not very happy to move. I got told, get in the car, and that was the end of the conversation. So yeah. I think it all worked out for the best though. Like I'm a huge believer of everything happening for a reason, even if I don't know what that reason is at the moment. So yeah. I will say though, with this brow stuff, that I feel like my brows get a little bit darker, like probably too dark, maybe a little bit too dark, compared to what I like them to be. But I mean, it turns out like honestly pretty well. And if I'm not wanting to really focus too much on my brows because I want to do something else, I'm not mad about it. Like, I'm honestly not. So yeah, that's that on the brows. So next question, let's see. I'm reading off of a list of things that I came up with because I feel like I wouldn't know what to even tell you guys if I just did this off the top of the head. So yeah. My next one is my sign. I'm a Capricorn through and through. People will tell you who know me that I am a very Capricorn person. I like to have an opinion on things. I like to kind of keep my circle small. I don't have a lot of friends. I have a very small circle. I think at one point in my life I did have a good amount of friends, and if you want my opinion, I feel like more friends, more problems. Like, not gonna even lie. I have definitely learned that over the years. So yeah. As far as the Capricorn thing goes, people tell me all the time, they either tell me that I am 100% a Capricorn, or they tell me that they're shocked that I'm a Capricorn, which is, I mean, kind of weird, in my opinion. Because I feel like when you read what a Capricorn is, that's definitely me. So I don't take offense when people tell me, like, oh my god, I either thought you were a Capricorn or, like, a Gemini. I get that all the time. I don't really feel like I'm a Gemini, but I get along with Geminis. And not many people do get along with Geminis. One of my really good friends from my old job is a Gemini, and I love her. And we actually hated each other at first. Like, we did not get along. Y'all, it was bad. We did not get along at all. But once we, I feel like, and this is something that I feel like Geminis and Capricorns are the same, in the sense of this. You know when you, like, don't like somebody, and you and another person, and maybe a group of other people don't like that person, because they're just not really a genuine type of person? That's kind of what happened with me and her. We came to an agreement that we may not be best friends, but we don't like this person, and together I feel like that was just enough for us to be friends. We could get along about that. We were like, we'll never agree on everything, but this definitely, it's where we needed to be to get where we are now, if that makes sense. So yeah, I went to Coastal Carolina University. It's in Conway, South Carolina, another really small town that probably nobody knows about, honestly. I really am happy that school is over for my life. I have thought about going back. Like, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I've thought about it. But then I sit there and I'm like, do I really want to go back though? Do I? Like, that's where I just, like, I don't know. School, wow, I just stuttered so much. School was so stressful for me. Like, I can't even tell you how stressful school really was for me. And so I think people who really struggled in school, it's just hard to even think about the fact of, like, going back to school. Yeah, I can't even imagine. Like, some days I'm like, oh yeah, I'm totally gonna go back to school, because I just sit there and I'm like, my degree right now is not really helping me too much. I have a degree in communication and digital media culture, and I think that if I would have gotten my degree solely in digital media culture, I would have been happier. But that major at Coastal did not come along until I was like sophomore, junior year. I think it was like my second semester of sophomore year, which would have been kind of too late for me to just change my major. It would have caused me to have to go through a lot more schooling, and I was not for that. I was already having issues with Coastal because they weren't giving me in-state tuition, and out-of-state tuition there is obscene. Out-of-state tuition anywhere really is obscene, but yeah, it was a shit show. So, yeah. I don't really know if I'll go back to school. I'm thinking about it, but then, you know, when you think about something and then you're just like, yeah. One day you think about it and you're like, yeah, totally gonna do that. And then the next day you think about it and you're like, yeah, maybe not. Maybe not. That's where I'm at. So yeah. Right now, I'm kind of going in between the Nudie Patootie palette by Laura Lee Los Angeles and the Morphe Jaclyn Hill. These were like the like 4 set. I don't know if there's like specific name for these. But these ones. This is the Ring the Alarm palette. And I'm going to be using that one. And I'm going to be using the Morphe Jaclyn Hill Bling Boss palette. Both of them. Going to be using them. So, yeah. That's where I'm at. This video is already 13 minutes. So, I'm going to speed kind of through this and kind of get it going here. My hero at the moment, Maggie Nichols. Not going to lie. If you guys haven't watched the documentary on USAG, which is like, why can't I think right now? USAG is the United States of America Gymnastics, sorry. If you haven't watched that, I really highly recommend that you do, because it's just mind-blowing, honestly, how our country works. And yeah, I have no words for what these girls had to endure. I don't think it was fair by any means, and I'm really upset that anybody had to go through that, but I'm really proud of Maggie Nichols for coming forward and just talking about it, because I think that it would have been hidden a lot longer if she had not come forward, and that's saddening to me, because I just can't even imagine having to go through what these girls went through. So yeah, that's my hero right now. My hero changes depending on like new information. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I think that I don't think ever in my life I've had just one hero. A lot of the times I'll say it's like my mom, because it is, but also people want to hear something different as far as like who else in society would be my hero. That'd be it, Maggie Nichols. So yeah, that's that on that. So I'm just blending this out right now. I have these written down on my computer right here, so if I'm looking to the right and you're wondering like, why does she keep on looking to the right, that's why. Yeah. So, animals. I have one dog. Her name is Riley. I love her to death. She is my everything, my little baby. Yeah, so that's that on that. I don't know where she is right now, actually. I have her out. She might come trampling through in the background of this video eventually, maybe. Don't really know. We'll see. But yeah. So that's it on animals. As far as like my own. My mom has a dog too as well. I live with my mom. And, her dog is Bailey. And he's like my dog's like a retriever mix. We really don't know what she is because we got her. She was a rescue. So I really can't tell you like what exactly she is. But yeah, that's her. And then Bailey we got from my friend in like the 5th grade. She had puppies. She didn't have puppies. Her dog had puppies. And I actually called, that's a funny story about Bailey, because I called my dad and I was like, Dad, I really want this puppy. Like, can I please like get a dog? And he was like, no, we're not getting any more animals, this, that, and the other. And I was really upset. And then my mom got there and Bailey ran in front of her car. Now, imagine this dog was probably like, I don't even know. He was small. He was like small enough to fit in both of our hands. Both of my 2 hands here. So, he like kind of toppled in front of my mom's car, and my mom lost it, and she was like, that's it. I'm bringing that dog home. Give it to me. And I put it in my mom's hands, and that was the end of that. And so, Bailey came home with us, even though my dad did not want him at all. And he also became like my dad's favorite dog. Not gonna lie. I'm just blending this out right now. So yeah, that's it on animals. I also learned, I'm like 18 minutes into this video right now, and I don't know how people do this, like as far as talking about themselves and like stories and stuff. So I'm gonna try to be short with the rest of these. What would I change about myself? I would probably change how I am towards others, in the sense of like, I really like to treat others the way that I would like to be treated, and like probably to a disadvantage, honestly. Like, I expect the same treatment from others, how I treat them. So when it comes to that, I don't know, it's crazy because I am one of those people that will do everything for anybody, and so when I don't receive the treatment, why can't I talk today? The treatment of that, like, right back and returned, that's when I get a little peeved, and that's probably why I don't have too many friends, because I just expect more out of people than what they probably give back in return to me, because I will do anything and everything to help somebody. Even if I don't like 100% love you, if I see that you're struggling, I will help you, because I've been there and I've struggled. And so yeah, that's just the type of person I am. I really don't have too much on that anymore. My biggest fear, not gonna even lie to you, is being kidnapped. When I was 16, I went out to my car, and I was working at this restaurant at the time, and I went out to my car and I basically saw a light in my mirror, and I was like, what is that? And it just like stopped me in my tracks. I saw the light in my mirror, and I heard something, and I literally was like frozen, because I was like, what is going on? Because it was nighttime and nobody was around, and I parked all the way in the back, because you know, restaurants nowadays, they make you park in the back. If your restaurant does that, I highly suggest to ask them to not do that, for the sense that, or if they do, just ask them to have somebody walk you out, because that's how I was put in a very vulnerable position. So yeah, I went out to my car, saw that light, and I stepped back a little bit to try to figure out like what was going on, and this man came out of the ditch that was right behind my car and tried to grab me. Like, he reached for me, and I just screamed and like ran off. I was like on camera 1 minute, off camera the next minute. So yeah, that was that on that. So I have a pretty bad fear of being kidnapped. I'm always super paranoid. I don't like to go places alone. So yeah. My biggest accomplishment would be graduating college with learning disabilities. So I think graduating college is like a huge accomplishment in general. Like, anytime you spend that much time towards one thing, like whether it be like school, or whether it be you know, like working towards a specific I can't talk right now, but working towards a specific goal, whether that, like I said, whether that be school, whether that be a trade, I don't know. I'm not one of those people that's like go school, like advocating school, because I feel like so many people go to school and kind of waste their time, to be honest, because school isn't for everybody. So you won't ever catch me kind of being like, oh yeah, you should go to school, that's what you should do 100%. Like, I think school is awesome. I think it's amazing. I think that's an awesome achievement to have under your belt, but at the same time, I don't think school is everything. That got really red, and I didn't want that, but we're gonna blend it out, don't worry guys. I don't think school is everything. Like, I think you can do a lot of things without having to go to college. and be really successful without having to go to college. So if you are wondering, like if you're wondering like, hey, like, you know, is school for me? I mean, try it out. Like, school might be one of those things. I will tell you, high school and college are so different. College, you have so much more freedom, and you just have a very different learning environment than high school. Like, nobody is really babying you. They don't care if you come to class. Like, I can't tell you how many professors I had that would literally let people, I mean, like, I shouldn't say let because that's their own decision, but they would not give a crap if you showed up to class or not. Like, they're not going to email you and be like, hey, you didn't show up to class. It's just like, you didn't show up to class, and that's that. Like, so yeah, school is not, it's just not everything. And I think there's way too much pressure on people that school is everything. So if somebody tells you, like, you have to go to school, don't listen to them, because you don't have to do anything in life you don't want to do. And you definitely do not have to put yourself through school if you don't think you're going to be successful doing so, because you're only going to waste your time and your money. So that's my opinion on that. Yep. Something most people don't know about me. I love, like, informational series, so like docu-series. I like books. I like reading up on things, like on the internet even. Like, for example, I just watched the series Waco on Netflix, and I watched it and I'm shook, to be honest with you. This is a series that, like, I'm not going to go out and tell people, like, hey, you should watch this series, because I think that it's really informational, but I also think that it's not for everybody. I think it's definitely kind of depressing. It's not a happy story. Like, I'm not even going to lie. It's not a happy story. So I watched that, and as soon as I got done watching it, I was in, like, a Google hole trying to figure out, like, who was still alive and who wasn't. So if that doesn't tell you a little bit about who I am and, you know, stuff like that, I don't know what will. Let's see. I'm an extroverted introvert. And if you don't know what that means, because some people don't, and when I tell them that, they think I'm crazy and that I came up with that on my own. And I'm always like, Google it. But yeah, I'm an extroverted introvert. I like to have my own space. I get really easily overwhelmed when I am, you know, just like out doing way too much with my life. And so you'll see that, like, if I do too much with my life, I come home and I just stay to myself. So yeah. Extroverted introvert. I'm extroverted around people who I am very comfortable with, like my family, my very close friends. If I get super comfortable with you, I will be extroverted. If I'm not comfortable with you, you will think I am the, like, most introverted person, because I pick up on vibes very easily, so that should just tell you right there. Like, I pick up on vibes, and if I don't feel like you're giving me a good vibe, I distance myself. My base, I'm gonna finish up with just, like, bronzing and the last couple questions, and that's it. That'll be the first video on this channel. So my favorite color, probably pink, which is actually kind of ironic because I hated pink my whole life growing up. And so yeah, I don't know, that's that. And then my pet peeves. So my pet peeves would be people who suck their teeth. Drives me insane. Like, when you have something in your teeth and, like, instead of them trying to, you know, get floss, or, I mean, I get it, like, floss is not always available, like, readily available. I don't know, I hate that noise. And braking while driving. So yeah, that's that. And then my favorite season is fall. I have become a little bit happier with summer over the years of like living here, but it's definitely still fall. I don't collect anything. I used to collect snow globes back in the day, but I don't do that anymore. I don't know what my obsession with that was, but I got rid of all of them. I sold them to other people who, I guess, enjoy snow globes. And one of the things that I will never do again, like ever, would be drop water slides. I think that's how you would say it, is like drop water slides. They're not for me. I don't like heights to begin with, so yeah, that's not for me personally. I'm not a fan. Yeah, I don't even know what else to say about that. I did it because I didn't want to walk. I was being lazy, and now looking back, I should have just walked, but I didn't want to walk all the way down the thousands of flights of stairs at the time, and I should have 100% gone back down the stairs because I thought I was gonna die, and it wasn't a fun experience. But I also learned that day that, you know, I don't like drop water slides. So, yeah. Who knows me best? This is hard because I would say my mom knows me best in some aspects, but also my best friend Gabby, she knows me best. So probably somewhere in between them two, that would be who knows me best. I don't know. My music style is like R&B and rap. Yeah, that's really all I have to say about that. If you know, you know. Books right now, I'm gonna do a video eventually. This just got really pink and I didn't realize it until now, but oh well, we will fix it out. I'm gonna do a video eventually, I think, if you guys want, of like my book recommendations and like podcast recommendations. But for right now, I would just tell you, go read Untamed by Glennon Doyle. Freaking amazing. I Love You, Good Morning by Shauna Shapiro. Also very amazing. Most of the books I read are self-help books. So you'll find that that's just really like what I like and what I will recommend. I don't read too much fiction, to be honest with you. And then I Thought It Was Just Me, But It Isn't by Brene Brown. Let me just tell you, this book like saved my life. I went through like a really dark time, and I just didn't, I don't know, I guess when you're going through it, you don't realize how many other people are also going through it. So yeah, it explains itself. It is so good, and you should definitely, most definitely watch it. Or not watch it, read it, sorry. That's really like the last question I have. I don't have anything too crazy to tell you right now. If you want to know something, or you want me to do like another video in the future about getting to know me, just let me know, and I will try my best on that one. No promises, because like I said, I don't have too much to really say as far as that goes. But we are almost done with this look. I feel like this took me honestly forever, when if I wasn't recording this look, I feel like this probably would have taken me maybe 20 minutes, if that. It really wasn't a hard look, but it was just kind of the issue of trying to talk and do my makeup. Yeah. So yeah, that's that on that. Just putting some highlighter on. Okay. So that's pretty much it. I'm going to, I just said that's pretty much it, and y'all, I did not put mascara on my face at all. On my eyes. Not even a little bit. Oh boy. Pray for me. Pray for me. And I will pray for you too. Don't know if I'm going to leave that in there, but. I'm just using regular mascara right now. You'll also notice that as of right now, I mean in the future I might, but right now I don't use fake eyelashes. I used to use them like all the time, and now I don't know, I'm just like not that into them, to be honest. I really enjoy being able to get a really good lash from mascara. I feel like for me, lashes take forever. I'm just too anal about it, like way too particular. So if like my lash is not like 100% on, or if it's not like 100% giving me like the look I want, I will start all over. And that has happened for me way too many times. I don't know if I haven't found the right lashes per se. I have one pair of lashes that I like, which maybe I will do those one day, but I would like a really natural looking lash and nothing too big, because I don't really have anywhere to go, you know, that I would wear lashes to, especially in quarantine. I mean, where are we going? Nowhere. We're going nowhere. 2020, guys. I've said this and other people will be like, what? But I think 2020, yeah, it's been kind of crappy. But at the same time, I don't know. I don't think, for me personally, 2020 is the worst year ever. Because 2019 for me was probably the worst year of my life ever, because I just had a lot of personal things I had to go through to get to where I am now. So 2019 for me, was the worst. But we're here and we're thriving, and we are just doing the very best that we can, right? That's all we can do. Yeah, I hope that answered some of your questions.
Hey guys, this is the finished look for today. Thanks for watching my video. Comment below if you have any requests of what I should upload next. I hope to see you guys at the next video. Bye!